What's up, guys? Quarter Hoarder here. I'm at a new farm. This farm dates back to the 1700s. It's going to be one of the farms I do a lot in the winter. It's got about 300 acres or so. I want to start it and see how it works out, see what's in the ground. The nibble will be here in about another hour and a half, 2 hours. Something came up, so I'm going to start it myself. So I'll be back on the first good find, and see you soon. Later. All right, pretty good start here. I'm just getting ready to start these rows. As you can see, they're really long. Not a lot of swinging room between the corn. It's not all the way down yet. But my first decent dig of the day, actually my first hole, was this old part of a harmonica reed. This middle flap that's sticking up is the actual harmonica reed. This is part of the reed plate. So pretty cool. That one's riveted down. Some of them are screwed down. Probably no markings on it, there usually aren't, but pretty cool first find. Alright, I'm in this double wide row here. It gives me a little more swinging room. Some of these rows are really tight, it's hard to swing. I bought the big coil, should have bought the little one. But I got my first coin of the day. It's an Indian head penny, it's hard to see. Let's see if I could spin her. Let me give it a little rub. There it is. You can see the headdress on there. I can't make out the date. It looks like 1891 maybe? I don't know. I'll clean her up later. But that's a good sign. It was about maybe 4 inches down, and on the farm, you just never know. When they come by and plow, things that were a foot down might suddenly be 3 inches down, and vice versa. So, all right, I'll take it. Awesome Indian penny. So there's an old farmhouse across the street too. Just get out and knock on some doors, guys. Never ending spots when you knock on the doors. The worst they can say is no, right? Let's keep going. I got a couple coins so far, a lot of trash, a lot of canned slag. Another piece of canned slag in my hand. I just thought it was kind of funny because it says, "Please don't litter," as I dug this out of the ground. So, it's been tough so far, like I said. I wouldn't even mind the trash. It's just hard to swing. There's not a lot of room in between to get that coil on the ground. All right, guys, I had to leave the farm. The farm was great. I only did one row. I got an Indian penny. I got a cool buckle. I got some cool things. But until the farmer knocks down those 2-foot-high stalks, there's just no swinging room. So I stopped off this wood spot. I've been eyeballing all summer. It's cleared out enough now with the ivy and all the growth from the trees. So I'm going to swing here for about an hour or two and see what's in the dirt. That way I know if this will be a winter spot or not. So hopefully we'll do good. I'll be back. I just got a mason jar lid with the porcelain insert. Not a super exciting find, but I know I'm near the house site. I think it was over here somewhere. I see a little depression I'm working my way over to. It's in the ground. Sometimes that's all it takes. So we'll see. It looks like it's a ball. I can't tell if it says ball or not. But I'm definitely near the house site. Hunters don't bring these back in the woods, so there was something here. So keep marching on. I think I'm close. I had a weird signal here. I see it. It's in the hole. I already saw what it was. Back over here, there was an old home site, I think in the 20s or so. I could see little parts of it here and there, not a ton of it. But I heard a weird signal. It was up and down a little bit. I started digging down and I found this square nail. I'll put it over here. But I knew that wasn't my signal. I rechecked it again. I saw some shiny. I already pulled it out. I saw what it was. I just dropped it again. And there it is. It's a little covered more now than it was. I saw it was a Barber Dime. There it is. It's a Barber Dime. It looks to be in really good shape. I'm going to spray this down. Hold on, I'll be back in a second, guys. All right, there it is. It is a Barber Dime. It's a 1905. Like I said, it was right next to the square nail. I'm going to put the square nail over to the side for a second. I'll grab it though. 1905. I didn't clean off the back yet. It's still, I'll clean the back off when I get home. But 1905 Barber Dime. Not bad shape. I mean, let me get it down here out of the sun a little bit. You can still see some of the headdress. Awesome. It was a squeaker one. Like I said, when you're in the woods, you hear all sorts of weird things. Little pieces of shotgun shell and lead. So I'm glad I heard a little squeak of it. Well, this has been a crazy hole. I heard a lot of weird iron grunts, so I figured let me start digging down. The first thing I got was this, which just looks like I don't even know. I'm not sure what it is, but I just kept checking the hole. There was more and more signals. Then I got another one. I don't know if this is some sort of a nut. I'll clean all these up later and see. Then I got a smaller screw, and I got this round piece, which I think is some sort of a lid. I know, not exciting. And then I got this piece. And then finally, I got this spoon. Awesome. Whoops. There's still signals down there too. So there was definitely activity around here. I mean, all this stuff, I think I'm right up on the home site, and I'm getting closer to that indentation over there too. Super psyched. Look at that, guys. Tell me I'm not near the home site. Oh, I saw this little piece of the handle here, and I started moving the dirt away with my hand. It's very soft soil, luckily. So I started brushing it away, brushing it away. It's a bell. It's a bell. Oh, this handle is probably like, what do they call that early plastic? It's like a Bakelite? Is that what they call it? I think it's Bakelite. But it's a Bakelite handle, I think, and an all brass bell. Oh man, that is beautiful. Hold on. Can you hear how it was squeaky? I must have hit it in one certain direction because it sounded pretty decent when I dug it. Oh man, that is gorgeous. Oh, I hope the little pieces in there, the clapper. Oh, I'll still use that at home. It's not even broken. Oh, I love it. You know, when you come out to the woods, I find a lot of the same things when I do the woods in the winter. I found a ton of shotgun shells. I find a lot of nails. I'll find horseshoes. But when you get around a home site and you start finding something like this, that's amazing. Some things hunters can drop. Some spoons hunters can drop, so I don't get too excited. But when you find something like that, you know you were on the home site. Oh man, I love it. Best find of the day. All right, just some weird and wacky today. This is the top of an old tube of something. But it says shine on that side. And then if you flip it over, it says, I think it says color. Yeah, color. Color shine. I don't know what that is. Maybe like shoe polish tube or something. I don't know. Color shine. I'll take it. Let's keep rolling. All right. Well, there's looks like a hinge off of maybe a door. It's all iron. There's the. I don't know if you can see it. It's hard to see. But there's a depression in the ground right there. There's actually a second one. But definitely a house here. Oops. Let me put this over here. And there's just more and more. There's just signals all over the place. So I'm going to dig around here for a while and see what we get. The detector is just going off everywhere. There's a lot of iron, but some of it's pretty interesting. So I'm going to dig for a little bit. Well, that last piece I found was a door hinge, and now I found the lock mechanism. You can see this side is where all the mechanism parts would go. But if you look down there, it took a skeleton key. Maybe I'll find the key. That would be an awesome find. But yeah, this is the old lock mechanism. It's all brass also. And like I said, took an old skeleton key, so it's definitely an old site I'm on. Let's keep looking. Yeah, this is a good spot. I'm gonna have to see if I can get the nibbler to come back. We'll make a whole day of it. There was definitely a house site here. I'm certain all sorts of square nails, little bits of brass, a few coins here and there. But man, it's definitely gonna be a good spot. And it's big too. I mean, I don't know how much around the old house site, you know, that we're gonna find stuff. But I'm definitely gonna come back again. This will be on my winter list, along with the farm and a few other places I'm gonna scout out. But it's almost dark. I'm gonna do a little bit more and get out of here. But awesome spot so far today. All right, I've been fishing around for a while in this whole area, and I just got a coin. Not a lot of coins today. It's an Indian. $1904. 1904. So, all right, cool. Must have dropped some coins around here. And there it is, guys. I'm on the other side of the pit. I had a 67 up to a 72. It was bouncing. It was only about 3 inches down. It's a skeleton key, baby. Oh, and it's a beauty. Let me stand up, hold on. Oh, there it is. It's just a tiny little guy. That is awesome. There might even be writing on it. Awesome. Let me clean it up. Hang on a second. All right, there's no writing on it, but it is a cool design. And like I said, it is tiny. I hope it's not broken. I just think it's that small. That is awesome. Oh man, what a great day this turned out to be. Let's keep going. What a beauty. You know, around this home site, there is just so many signals and there's a lot of iron. It's hard to really hear something with the machine. So once I hit a spot with a whole lot of iron, I basically just use the pinpointer and just start digging. I'll dig up 15, 20 square nails, and then hopefully there's something cool that made that high tone come up in the middle. But man, I don't even mind just digging these iron things. I'm finding some really cool stuff. The skeleton key did sound good, I will say that. But when I dug the lock and some other things, just didn't sound good. I'm hearing a lot of iron, I'm digging, and hoping for the best. What the heck, I'm already here. But great start, it's almost dark, I got a little bit more to go, so I'm gonna keep on rolling. Great day so far. I just got an old cuff link. There it is. It was mixed in with a lot of iron nails again, like everything else. But I did hear it squeaking up once in a while. I hear a lot of grunts, and then I hear a little blip of a high tone. I think it's brass, but there's some iron up there too. I'll take it. Pretty cool little, some sort of a cuff button. All right, I'm fishing around another hole, and I'm pulling out square nails and pieces of lead. I just got an Indian, and look at that one. That's a beauty. I think it's 1881? 1891? I'll clean up later. That's an old one, and that is a nice shaped one. That's awesome. I wasn't even looking for it. I just heard low signals. I saw the edge of the coin. I said, whoa, I thought it was a button. I'll take it. That's Indian number 2 here. Really good start. Unbelievable. Didn't even hear it when I scanned over it. Oh, there's a little bit of fancy. See, there's a nail or something going through. It's a topper to something. I don't know what, but it's got some writing around it, or at least a design. I don't know what the design is. Oh, it sounded good. I will clean it up later. Don't know what it's to. But pretty cool piece. All right, I'm working my way from up there down this pit, and I just had another good signal, and I've dug several of these before. This is a coil point off of a Ford Model T. I've probably got about 9 or 10 of them in my collection. I guess you had to go through them a lot, because I do see them a lot on old sites like this. You know, I was planning on being out here for an hour or two just to kind of scope it out, but I've been finding so much stuff. I've probably been out here for about 4 hours now. I've dug a lot of stuff. A lot of it's, don't get me wrong, it's probably garbage, but a lot of it is just really interesting period pieces to when this house was here, you know, about 150 years ago. I think they knocked it down in like the 20s, about 100 years ago. But the house was here up until then, so just really cool, some of the interesting things you can find. I'm gonna keep heading back this way. I still see some pits back there, so hopefully we'll find where the kids played. Let's keep going. There's another one, Model T coil point. It's 2 in a row, only about maybe 20 feet from each other. So, like I said, at least there was definitely a lot of people around here. I am back in the middle of the woods. There's some walking trails, but nothing any wider, so everything must have overgrown from where they drove these back here, unless it was a dump. All right, let's keep rolling. All right, I'm heading back towards the car, and I had a really deep one, my deepest one of the day. Coin-wise, it was probably 7-8 inches deep. It's in my hand. I haven't even cleaned it yet. I saw it was a coin. I'm gonna guess it's an Indian head penny. Oh, it's a Lincoln. It's probably a Wheatie at least. Yeah, it's from the teens. Looks like 1914. Wait, isn't that a key date? The D maybe? Let me clean it up just in case. Hang on a second. All right, I cleaned it up, but it's not. It looks like it's a 19. Could be. I think it's 1914, but there's no mint mark on it. Could be 1912 or 10. I don't know. It's definitely a 100-year-old wheat penny. I was hoping it's going to be another Indian. But, all right, cool. I'll take it. 100-year-old penny. All right, I marched back really far. I can't even see the roads anymore. I had this problem last year. You find a good spot in the woods and just keep marching. Before you know it, you're a mile and a half back and it's almost dark. I think I have to go the other way. So I'm going to turn around. I think this was an old dump. I see a lot of bottles in the ground, a lot of pottery, a couple tires back there. So I'm going to GPS this spot, and I'll come back again when I got more time. I hear a lot of footsteps over there too. I'm hoping it's a deer and not a hunter with a shotgun in his hand. I definitely hear footsteps though. All right, let's get out of here. All right, here's my finds from a little bit of the farm and mostly back in the woods. These are the interesting things I got, of course, at least interesting to me. A bunch of bolts. I could put them up there because some of them are just really big, like this big sucker. And like this one here that has the points at the top, so it would really like jab into that something. Just thought it was interesting, double-sided. This is just a lid, old iron lid. I don't know why that's in there. This looks like maybe half of a horseshoe. I'm not positive. It's really thin. Shotgun shells, I had a bunch of them. Mason jar lids, I got 2 mason jar lids, both with the porcelain inserts inside. This piece, I don't know. Looks like it might have plastic in there and part of a connector for some liquid of some sort. This looks like a piece of a chain, a link to a chain. A little lid, I just like the indentation on it. 2 Model T Ford coil points. This is a brass cabinet hinge, a small one. These are 2 iron door plates. The screw holes don't line up, so they're not to the same door. But they were iron. I just cleaned them off to look for any fancy, and they did. They got some good fancy on them. I think that's pretty cool. Back then, you know, even the smallest little things they would decorate out. This is the top of an old oil lamp, I believe. And that's all fancied out too. This is all brass. It does have the iron bolt going through it, but very cool find there. This is the peg you'd put into a door so you could take your door on and off the hinge. I believe that's what that is. It's pretty heavy. This is a spring mechanism, which is for your screen door, so your screen door would open and close. I think this might be newer. This is an old lock mechanism. You can see the skeleton keyhole at the bottom. Just thought that was pretty interesting. Square nails, I probably dug 40 of them. Here's just a small sampling, some big ones, some little ones. This old spoon, which was silver plated at one time, and now it's not. On the back, it's going to be hard to see, but I think it said Sheffield, made in the USA. There was no date. A lot of times they will have dates on them. This one does not. This little topper that says Color Shine on it, I think might have been from shoe polish or something. I'll have to look it up. This is a reed that I thought was from a harmonica, but it's a little big, so I don't know, some other sort of instrument. Got that from the farm, I believe. This is a little cufflink. The bell, it still has the clapper inside when I cleaned it out. The handle, like I said, I think is Bakelite. And this is some sort of a ringing bell, you know, supper time, supper time. I don't know, I thought that was really cool. It's gonna go right in my collection for sure. Of course, along with the skeleton key that I will save, this is a tiny little guy. It does not fit in the door. Well, I mean, it fits, but it's obviously not the right key. But little baby guy, slight bend to it, but it's complete. One of my favorite ones ever. I find a lot of keys, but not a lot of skeleton keys. And these are all the only coins I got. I got 4 wheat pennies, but they're all old. 1918, 1914, 1920, and I think that's a 1909, first year. I got 3 Indians. One of them came from the farm. 1891, 1904, and the last one's hard to read. I think it's 1881. And then I got the 1 silver Barber Dime, 1905. No mint mark. So, but that was the hunt, guys. First time at the farm, a little bit of the woods, and that's what we got. Guys, I think the Nibbler put a video out today too. We didn't hunt together, but he went out to some woods by his house. I don't even know what he found yet. I'm gonna go check it out. Make sure you check him out, my digging buddy, the Nickel Nibbler. Also, this Saturday will be my last live stream of the year, this Saturday night, which will be the eve of Christmas Eve. So the Nibbler will be in house. I'm gonna have some metal detecting buddies call in. I'm gonna have some games I'm playing live in the chat. You can chime in and maybe you'll win some prizes. I'm gonna give away some Indian pennies, some silvers, coins. I haven't thought about it yet, but I will. It should be a fun time. If you're not going out to the club dancing, come check it out this Saturday night. I think it's the 23rd, the eve of Christmas Eve. It should be a fun time. Otherwise, guys, happy holidays, everybody. I'll see you next year and good luck. Happy hunting. Later.